welcome those of you that are returning. And those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I am going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day wherever you're at in the world. Again, God bless you guys. Thank you for spending your time with me. Peace be with you. And yeah, know that my readings are timeless. Whenever you get to this message, there's going to be, or this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. I suggest that you watch all of the readings on both of my platforms. I have this platform and I have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. On that platform, I use Oracle cards and I use tarot cards. So just let you know, it's basically similar to this platform, only I'm using also Oracle cards. Okay, so we're going to just jump right into the prayer. We are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. Oh, and to let you guys know, if any of you have any personal questions, welcome everybody coming into the chat. You can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. Okay, and I'll set a 20-minute timer. Sorry, y'all, it's like allergy season. You know how it goes. Well, those of you that have allergies, you guys know how it goes. Okay, so we're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ and the Ascended Masters, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, our guardian angels, spirit guides, and the archangels. And we're asking that all of that, our higher selves, put a protective shield around us, but also uncloak these messages and these readings so that they can get to who needs to hear them. We ask that this platform and everything be allowed to grow, and that the collective be allowed to grow. And again, God, please protect us from all bullies and all enemies and people who are after our soul. We love you, we love you, we love you. All honor, glory, worship, and praise goes to my higher self, your higher self, the Most High God, for everything that I'm able to do. And we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, God. We love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you, Divine Realm. We love you so much. Amen. All right. So by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no gatekeeping, no shadow banning, no copyright, no bullying of me, anybody in the comments and anybody in the chat. Everybody's allowed to have their own perspective, but what's not allowed is disrespect, bullying, and any type of spiritual judgment or religious judgment. Again, this is not a religious platform. There are many platforms on YouTube where you can go and be a religious bigot and judge people based off of your belief system, but this is not one of those. I will just literally report you for bullying. I will report you to God and the Holy Spirit, to the archangels, to the jinn, to everything in heaven and hell and on the earth. I will report you to everything, and then I will just remove you. Okay. And then whatever happens from then on is not on me. So I always give people a warning. I'm not the one to be playing with. You know, you want to bully people, go find somebody else that will play into that. With me, I'll just report you to the YouTube system and then ex-nay you from my platform. And if you keep coming back, I will continue to remove you until God itself removes you. All right. With that being said, welcome everybody. I hope you guys are having a good day. If you could like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. Share this content. Let other people know that you know a real psychic, that you know somebody that's actually tapped in. And again, remember, if any of you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question. I'll pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question and set a 20-minute timer. Okay, so I'm going to go into the two books that are in the description box below. Now, this first book, why I'm promoting this, I'm not getting paid to promote this book. I'm promoting this because a lot of you guys ask me, like, I'll be doing the middle of doing a reading. You guys will be like, where are you getting your answers from? How are you doing this? Da, 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 da. Like, I don't know what people's issue is, if they're trying to figure out how my abilities work so they can block it, or if they just want to know how I'm getting the answers I'm getting or whatever. Anyways, I have natural abilities, and then I accompany them with the techniques from this book. And so for those of you that do want to develop your spiritual journey, that are on the fast track to spirituality, and you're like, genuinely just wanting to know, oh, how is she doing this? Okay. This is the book that I would suggest that you get. The link to it is in the description box below. There's an Amazon link to it, and there's an e-Kindle version that I put in the description box below for those of you that are outside of the US. So this book has so many different things in it, from prayer, teaches you about meditation. It teaches about, everyone and everything's higher self is God, teaches you about your higher self, how to connect with that. I have always had gifts and abilities, but I grew up in a very religious setting, going into like religious school and stuff. And it never fostered a relationship with either God, the Holy Spirit, or Jesus. I never had any type of experiences that were actually good growing up. I pretty much felt trapped in the psychic realm my entire life and trapped in the ego. So when I came across the information in this book, I used my abilities with the techniques from this book. So the God technique is the first technique I'm going to talk about, and it raises you out of your ego's consciousness so that you can raise your vibration, rise above whatever it is that's going on. Okay, why is that important? Because if you can't rise above what's going on, you're never going to get past it. And that's point blank, period. Also, connecting with God's consciousness is extremely powerful, and it's very healing. And it gives you the ability to detach from whatever you are experiencing, okay? And again, this is not a God externally outside of you. I do not believe that God has a name. If anything that has a name, to me, that's a higher dimensional being, okay? That wants to be God or likes to pretend to be God. And that's what I found in the religion that I was in, is that the being that they were calling God was not God. Not at all. Not real God, anyways. Like, everyone's higher self is God, but this thing was pretending like it was everybody's God, and it was not. So anyways, the God technique, very powerful. You can rise above and you connect with your own God consciousness, okay? And it transforms your DNA, transforms your energy, opens up your abilities, all of that. Then there's the joy versus anger technique, which is the yes and no answering system that's built on clairsentience, which is the gift that everybody has. Now, everybody has a gut feeling, and the joy versus anger technique works on that. So that you can ask immediate yes and no questions and get a response back and not have to be like sitting around waiting for a response, okay? Because I know what it was like to sit around and pray and nothing ever would happen. And I'd be like, wow, well, that was great. Not discrediting prayer, now that I know how to use prayer. See, if you're dealing with a certain situation and you're saying the wrong prayer, you're not addressing the situation in the correct way. Okay. And that's basically what I learned about prayer. That's why the book of Psalms is probably my favorite book in the Bible. And so anyways, so yeah, asking yes and no questions is going to give you the ability to be divinely led throughout your life, so that you're not just making random choices and hoping that it works out or hoping that it doesn't work out or thinking that it's God's will. No, we have the ability to think our own thoughts, to feel our own feelings, and to believe what we want to believe. Okay. And that is the gift of free will that God gave us. Okay. And then there is the mind technique, which you'll see me use from time to time, where I'm clearing mental and emotional baggage so that I don't keep creating it. Okay. So that whatever situation is can actually change. And I've been using these techniques for over 10 years now. So like when I clear a thought or belief of something, the situation pretty much goes away. And even if it comes back up again in the future, it just means that there was more beliefs, or I bought into an old way of thinking or believing and bought back into an old system. Then there's the preemptive strike, where you write down all of your storylines and then you go through that and use the mind technique to clear all of that. And then there is the 1 to 10 ratio. This book will teach you how to get compatibility, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the highest compatible. And that way you can make better choices. Okay. And then you can ask additional questions as to why the compatibility is what it is. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please. And thank you. Thank you guys for supporting me back. Now, the second book that we're going to talk about, that's linked in the description box below as well, is Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this is the book that I wrote, but I didn't write it by myself. I wrote it with the Ars Goetia Spirit Vassago, which is a spirit that King Solomon worked with at one point. But again, when King Solomon and the Bible was created, tarot cards did not exist. So like Vassago was just a spirit of divination, knowing past, present, and future. He wasn't like of great importance because, like I said, the system of tarot did not exist. And the tarot maps human consciousness. So I wrote this book. If you want to learn to read cards for yourself and for others, Vassago Tarot Cards, Spreads, and Spells is the book for you. I wrote this book off of the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. I have the exact link to this deck with the description on the cards below. If you learn the card interpretations with this deck, you can go to any specialty deck, and when they give you abstract pictures, you'll know what the card actually means because you know what the original is. So you can dissect the tarot into two sections. The first section is the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions, like the World. Maybe we'll read from that today. The Star, the Devil, the Death, and that's what I wrote this book on, okay? And so the major arcana cards are the major transitions, all right? The Emperor, the Empress, those are major arcana cards. The minor arcana cards are the Pages, the Knights, the Queens, the Kings, the Aces, the Tens, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9s, okay? So that's basically the rest of the deck. Okay, so I guess we're going to read from the World today. So I wrote this book on the major arcana cards because those are the major transitions. Now, while you are a human, you will go through experiencing every single card in the deck. Okay, that is how it maps human consciousness. And this is why Vassago is such a great spirit to work with, because that's what he does. So this book starts off with a prayer that is much longer than the prayer that I do at the beginning, but it's very similar to that. And then initiation with Vassago. Then this book goes into, and you can either do the initiation with Vassago for extra guidance, or you cannot do it. It's up to you. And you can use this book one of two ways. You can start from the beginning and go all the way to the end of the book. Oh, welcome everybody. Or you can go through the book and whatever situation that you're dealing with at the time. If it's a love situation, you can go to the Lover's Tarot card spread. If it's a situation that you need an ending in, you could go to the Death. Whatever situation you're going through, you could go to that specific tarot card spread, use that tarot card spread, then do the spell. Why do I have it designed to do the tarot card spread and then the spell? Because the tarot card spread is going to give you the information that you need. So when you're doing the spell, you can be focusing on what you're wanting to clear. And I use the word spell very loosely, but these are like literally not spells that you can do on anybody else. They're only meant for you and God and the Holy Spirit. Okay. So I'm just looking for, so this starts off with a 14 zodiac tarot card spread where you pull 2 cards for each position. One card will be your south node where your ego's at. The other card will be your north node where your destiny's at. And then it will give you information and how to get into alignment with your destiny. And let's see, 258. And the spell that goes along with that is to connect with one's destiny. So I'm going to go to the World and I'm going to read a little bit from the World, okay? So that you get an idea of how these tarot spreads work and how it's going to help you. Because this book is superior to all other tarot books that have ever been written. Okay, so the World tarot card, sorry, I have to cover up her boobies. YouTube has its thing, right? No boobies. Okay. The World Tarot card is the number 21. The answer is yes. The zodiac is Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The World Wide Web is here for you to connect and to work on. You will either enter into a period of great happiness with positive news, and you will enter into a period of great happiness filled with positive news and positive events. Your goals and soul mission is achieved. All the pieces fall into place. An unexpected sum of money may be coming your way. Travel, vacation, or relocation is in your future. You gain a sense of fulfillment and inner peace from helping the less fortunate. Whatever you give will be returned to you many times over. Position 1 is the woman on the card. The card that is pulled for this position will show you your connection to the World Mother Gaia. The woman on the World Tarot card in the upper left-hand corner holds an aspect of the World Mother, which will be actually this corner right here. And there is a picture of a person right there. So yeah, an aspect of the world mother in a unique way. This card will show you your own world and that of the world mother that is within. If you pull the world tarot card for this position, you can rest assured that you are in alignment with your divine life purpose. If you pull the death tarot card for this position, you may see that your world is about to change. If you pull the sun tarot card, then you will know that you are growing a new world within your soul that you will eventually bring to life and to light. If you pull the last judgment tarot card in the reverse, then you will know that someone seeks to enact revenge on you for your connections on the World Wide Web. If you pull the World Tarot card in the reverse, it could indicate that you are on the dark web. Position 2 is the wreath of success, which is this green wreath that goes around the lady. On the World Tarot card is a wreath of success. This card reveals to you the inevitable success that you will acquire on your soul journey. The attainment is within your own world. This card gives insight into your personal wreath that encircles the success that encircles your life. If you pull the World Tarot card for this position, you will know that you are destined for worldwide success. If you pull the Six of Wands Tarot card, you will know that your fortune and fame is in your future. If you pull the Wheel of Fortune Tarot card for this position, you will know that your fortune may be about to change for the better. And then the World Tarot card spell is to create peace in your world. So you'll do a ritual with the actual card. And let's see, this one, you need a piece of paper and a piece of quartz crystal. And I teach you how to cleanse the cards before. You should always pray over your cards, okay? But I'm going to read part of the invocation. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the Most High God and the Holy Spirit into my personal world. I come here today to create peace in my life and in my world. I acknowledge that I am the world of my own making. My world is making with its center my life a burning ember inside the womb of the world mother, gestating my whole life. I am the world peace that I am meant to be. I create peace with the Most High God, so may it be. Okay. And then in the back of the book, I have a compendium of knowledge. If you were to pull more than one of the major arcana cards out next to each other, then you would be like, whichever one comes first, I would look that one up in the back first, see what it says, and then look the next one up. So I'm going to go to the world, and I'm just going to read a little bit. The world tells you of something being on the World Wide Web. The whole of humanity is open to the connection and message for the world. You are confident in your own talents and abilities. The world tells you that you are a content creator or very creative and work best in a field that focuses on creativity. A large sum of money is coming your way. You have the power that you need to succeed. Your hard work is being rewarded. You may change your job or personal residence. Helping the less fortunate is a part of your path. You have good news that comes from God to share with the world. Anything that you give to others will be returned to you many times over. Your goals and achievements are made and promises are kept. People are loyal and true to you. Positive events are here to stay. Good news comes your way. If you pull the world in the reverse, it indicates that you or something in relation to you is on the dark web. The world in the reverse tells you that there is no energy and a lack of enthusiasm. You underestimate your own gifts and abilities. Fear of travel and expansion keeps you small. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on with the different combinations of cards that come out together. So for those of you, yes, I do affirmations a lot. Well, I do them from time to time. But again, like I will tell you guys, if you are doing an affirmation and you're trying to affirm something that you don't believe in, that you have 25 or 1,000 other beliefs that counteract it, it's going to be very hard for that affirmation to manifest instantly. So that's why doing the mind technique with the truth of God and getting rid of those beliefs is really important. And then when you do the affirmation, you know, why I like affirmations so much is they create a new neural pathway, like where your mind has not been thinking a certain type of way, it creates a new neural pathway. Okay, you guys, so my message for you is basically simple. Somebody doesn't want you to find out about something that you're about to find out about. I feel like somebody is sitting there biting their nails or they're pulling their hair out. They're really stressed out and they're worried about you figuring something out. This could be something that you've already figured out. Maybe somebody was trying to do spell work on you, or maybe they were doing something manipulative. Just to let you guys know, the books that I was talking about, are the links to them are in the description box below. And that's me throwing you guys a bone because I didn't have anyone to teach me to read cards. I started off first with just sitting with people, talking with them. Then I moved to pieces of paper. Then I moved to oracle cards. Then I moved to tarot cards. And then finally, when I was working in the metaphysical store, I learned about the original Rider-Waite. Then when people would come into the store and they would be like, yeah, I really want to work with cards, I would look and see what deck was most compatible for them. Because tarot can be very cut and dry, and it can be very offensive from time to time. So, yeah. All right. And why I put the initiation with Vassago is because when you're learning to read cards for yourself and for others, you could be wanting to see, like if your client wants to see a certain situation, you could be looking for that, wanting to see that, but you could be missing what's right there in front of you. And that's why Vassago has helped me get past that, basically. And so has God by making me more aware, you know. I guess anytime that you're looking at a situation, there's always the doubt or fear, like, did I miss something? Did I not see it all? You know, we'll be allowed to see whatever we're allowed to see at a time. And we just have to trust that what we're seeing is not only the truth and accurate, but it's what we need to see. And again, yeah, it's all a learning process, you guys. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are working with crystals. I love crystals. Oh my gosh. So much. Okay. So yeah, so you're dealing with somebody that's, you know, very deceptive. This could be an entire group of people, but again, I don't think that you need to fear anyone. Because what can people do to you when you're aware of them? Like, seriously, when you're aware of people and their bullshit, like, this is why they don't want you to be aware. They don't want you to be aware because then you're going to be checking. Damn it. Then you're going to be checking for their energy. This is why witches and warlocks do not want you to think magic is real. Because if you do, then you will figure out that they're sending it and you'll reverse it. And what are they going to do then? Have to deal with it. So we're going to see what this situation's about. Let's cut the deck. Page of Pentacles. I was just thinking about a child. All the page cards represent people that are like 30 and under, which could be like from age 1 to 30, right? Okay. And obviously you're an adult at 18, but I would consider people that are 18 to 30 to be adult children. In fact, what God showed me is that God does not consider us adults until we are 48 years old. That is what I was shown. Which means that there could be something that we don't know about as humans going on developmentally. So this Page of Pentacles, let me just ask a question. Is this the collective's energy? No. Okay, the Page of Pentacles, is this the collective's child's energy? Is this the collective's child's energy? Is this somebody else's child's energy? This is somebody else's child. Or maybe you share a child with somebody. Okay, I'm going to put it up there. So it's a younger energy. Wow. You guys need to be aware. Okay, this is what just flew out straight up in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody's child cannot stand on their own 2 feet. Is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse? Yes, it is. I mean, sometimes I don't have to ask questions, but it is good to ask to get a confirmation. So the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, no bueno. This younger person, somebody's child, again, doesn't have to be your child, but if you do have a child that is like an adult or, you know, any child, literally, it's weird that they're showing up as a Page of Pentacles because the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is a scammer. It's theft, embezzlement, mismanagement of funds. Be very cautious with money and investments, possible loss of a home. Maybe an adult child can't provide for themselves. I don't know what that has to do with you. Do not refinance or borrow against a home. Move or relocate very cautiously. That's what it's telling this younger person to do. Loss of luxury items. Do not spend money right now. So I get that this younger person, they want to spend money right now, but it's not their money that they want to spend. They want to spend everybody else's. Well, that's a problem. These younger people that are like that, that is a problem. Okay, what do we need to know about the situation? Also, if you guys are in a situation to where you are taking care of somebody's adult child, or you're housing somebody else's children, you need to be aware, if you cannot trust them around your firearms, around, if point blank period, if you have a firearm and you have a child in the house, you better have a safe. I'm serious. Don't be hiding the shit. You keep that shit in a safe, okay? That is like the only appropriate way to house a firearm if you've got children in the house or young adults. But I get that, like, this person, they don't know how to balance their finances, and they're going to be wanting to come to, I don't know if it's somebody that you know or what. They're going to be wanting to come to somebody to ask for assistance. It's not your job to help this younger person. It's time for them to spread their wings and fly out of the nest and figure things out. To where you guys are people that probably don't spend outrageous amounts of money. This child, this person was not raised correctly. Their parents, whatever their situation is, spent all of their money showboating, showing off, you know? Yes, with a lock on the safe. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, another important part of having a safe. Better have a lock on this shit. Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine somebody having a safe without a lock on it. Like, seriously. And, you know, like, depending on how many guns you have, like, my brother has a lot of guns. Like, he's got a big ass safe, right? Like, it's a good investment. It really is, to keep things safe. So this, don't refinance against a home. This person does not own their own home. I don't know why that even came out. Page of Cups. Look, this is the same person. This Page of Cups, the Page of Cups is like somebody that they overspend, point blank period, mismanagement of funds. They want the finer things in life. They overspend. Okay. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is their mother. Yeah, I could see where this is a problem. Okay, so the actual problem that some of you may be facing is more about this Queen of Swords and what they've been doing. Because again, I get that for some of you, this Queen of Swords in the reverse has 2 children or even more than that. But these children are at the age to where, you know, they're almost about to be on their own, or they are on their own. Okay. If this Queen of Swords in the reverse is trying to do a pity party, oh, woe is me, I have children, blah, blah, blah. What does that have to do with you? These are not even your children. So the Page of Cups is somebody that has nothing really to offer. They spend too much money. They're very much into name brands and stuff that's not even for them. Okay, because their mother is got something severely wrong with their mental state. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is a female, a perfectionist, conceals her true emotions, vicious gossip and betrayal, not a true friend, says what she thinks people wants to hear. She is envious of you. Do not trust this woman. She causes problems for you. So I don't know if this woman is broke because she's giving all of her money to her children, or if this woman owns a business and her children have embezzled money. Whatever this is, it's not a good situation and you need to stay away from it. Okay. And if this is somebody that you're dating and they have children and they want to like move in with you and bring their kids, no. Like, unless their kids are like children and you want to be a step parent or something like that, but I would not be adopting no adult ass children. Not now and not ever. You guys need to stop letting people take advantage of you. Again, not a true friend. This person is a bitch. Like, they will backstab and betray anyone whenever they get ready. And they'll say that it's for their children, but it's really not. This person is the same thing as their children. It's greedy. This is about greed. Okay? These people are greedy. What does this have to do with the collective? Why is this even coming out? They're greedy, they're needy, and they are possessed by the demon Mammon. Five of Swords, because they're trying to put themselves first before everybody else, and it's causing a very destructive pattern in humanity. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you. So yeah, putting themselves first to the detriment of others is definitely called the betrayal. Welcome in, Fashionista. It's definitely called betrayal. But yeah, this is like illegal and immoral conduct, public shame and dishonor. These people are still trying to steal. And I don't know if they're trying to steal from you, but if this is a neighbor, if this is an ex-friend, if this is an ex-girlfriend, whoever this Queen of Swords in the reverse, stay away from them. And keep their kids out of your energy. I would be like, anybody that's playing these types of games, theft, embezzlement, you know, trying to take somebody else's home from them, trying to even take the energy of a home, you know, that's not cool. That's not okay. It's not okay to put people out on the streets. And I wouldn't wish that for their children, but it's not okay for these people to put others out on the streets. And they're about to find that out. And they may feel like, oh, the situation to this outcome is unfair. I don't have, like, this Queen of Swords in the reverse. If this is a sister to you or whoever this is, they want your inheritance. They want your home, your property, everything that belongs to you. They want it to go to their disgusting ass children. Absolutely not. And I dislike greed a lot. Like, I really dislike it. It's a very, very disgusting energy to me. And this Queen of Swords wants to humiliate somebody. They want somebody completely destroyed, humiliated, losing their home, losing their car, losing their money, losing their job. And this person is trying to cause, they're envious and they want to cause problems for you guys, which is not, you know, not going to happen. Just to let you guys know, if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question and I will pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. But I would try to do it at the beginning of the reading. Ace of Swords, you're divinely protected from this person and their stupid children. This person has completely ruined the lives of their child because they did not raise these people right. And these children steal from their own parent. So if they steal from their parent, what's going to keep them from trying to steal from you? And again, if you find out that somebody has embezzled money from you, stolen from you, hacked you, whatever this is, and you find out that there's somebody that's like, you know, and younger, persecute their mother for allowing it. Persecute whoever you need to persecute, but don't allow it to just, don't allow debt to just build up. And then don't, you know, you are being protected from these people, but I'm telling you, some of you guys just need to grow a backbone and say no. Seven of Wands. Thank you so much, Fashionista. Seven of Wands. Look, you are over here defending yourself. This is why I feel like these people, they need to back up. They really do not want to get caught up for this illegal, immoral conduct. They really don't. They don't want to be caught up for that. They don't. So you're going to, you know, eventually win whatever this is. These people are going to be very sorry that they wanted to steal from you or wanted to take an inheritance from you. Again, greed. The basic energy behind it is greed. Okay. And these people feel that they need to have the best things in life to stay alive. You don't need to have name brand shit. Like, you could wear things from the Goodwill or from, you know, Walmart and be just fine. Like, I'm serious. People may think that, oh, I'm going to die if I can't have this. Well, oh, well. They should have, this person who is a shit mother, a horrible person. This Queen of Swords is a bad person. They're a bad parent, they're a bad mother, and they're a bad person. They're a bad auntie, they're a bad individual. Okay? They spend all of their time trying to defeat and destroy your intellectual property, and God has had enough of it. God's like, look, disgusting bloodline, stay away from my chosen one. This is the way that God is feeling. Stay away from my chosen one. Because these people, regardless of who they are to you, are trying to compete for your energy, your time, and your resources, the things that belong to you. Why don't they go get their own? Because they're greedy. They don't have, God doesn't have anything for these people. They don't want to apply themselves in any type of way to achieve anything. Six of Swords. They could have been thinking, oh, we'll just take the collective to court and sue them. Like, this person at one point was thinking, oh, we have enough money. We know enough people in the court system. We'll just get them thrown out of their house. We'll just take something from them by force. We'll just force them into a court case that they have nothing to do with. We'll just take from them. And these people, God is protecting you in such a way that these people are be like, oh my God, what is this person doing to protect themselves? How are they still safe from our BS? First of all, you're not taking out loans on your home. You're probably not even accessing this inheritance that you have. Like, yes, it could be a spiritual inheritance, but it could also be a physical one. You're not even accessing it. You're not drawing out funds from it. I don't know why people are so mentally disgustingly retarded. Because what I get is that this person was trying to, this Queen of Swords was trying to groom their child to impersonate you so that they could get into like your bank vault, like they could get into an inheritance that you have. Maybe you don't know you have this inheritance waiting for you. Either way, it's there. These people were thinking about trying to sue you and take something from you for whatever reason. This Queen of Swords in the reverse is a bitter bitch, okay? She is not a provider. She's not a provider. What is she going to do? Take welfare money and then go take you to court with welfare money? Like, you are divinely protected. So is your inheritance. In fact, I will tell you guys, when you have an inheritance and you get married, a lot of the times, the rules around your inheritance, it makes it even harder for you to get that inheritance money because you are married. When you're a single, self-sufficient person, it's easier for you to gain your inheritance money. And again, I am so grateful that my inheritance was protected by law and by agreements and by contracts. And, you know, I knew that when I was married, the person that I was with, that they were after my money, because they straight up told me that. Like, I knew that. So I moved everything, all of my inheritance, back into another family member's name. And that was the best thing I could have ever done, because that piece of shit would have tried to take everything from me. I mean, he already did take everything and did spell work and abused me and broke bones in my body and all this other crap. But on top of that, he would have tried to take everything because he's a broke bitch, and he's still a broke bitch living with a broke witch. So this is the type of person that you're dealing with. Broke ass people, broken ass people that literally are ignorant. Yeah, I'm so glad that I did that too. I would not have a home. Like, straight up, I wouldn't have a home. And I've tried to apply for like welfare and shit, like, and disability, and hopefully that goes through. But like, seriously, this world would have seen me out on the streets being fucking completely homeless had I not taken prior precautions to protect myself. And this is why when God gives you those inklings that somebody is working against you, when God shows you that somebody doesn't have your highest and best good in their heart, then take action. Don't just sit on that energy. The moment that you find that, like, because I didn't, until the very end of the relationship, I didn't know that I was up under spell work, because I didn't believe that spells were real until I found his stash of witchcraft books and items. You know, then I was like, holy shit, like, this stuff is real. What? And that's when I started to break free from it. So yeah, look, the Lovers, because somebody wants to come in and pretend to love you. This could even be, if you're a female, this other Queen of Swords in the reverse could be trying to do some type of same-sex thing. This is all with the intention to scam you out of money. Okay, to take an inheritance from somebody. That's what they want. They want to fool you, trick you, deceive you. They don't want you to see it coming. You know what? These people, they're going to have to contend with God. Okay, let these people argue with God. Since God gave you your parents who gave you your inheritance, let these people argue with God. Again, the person that's right for you will come with their own assets. They won't need you. They won't need to rely on you. And this person who's a pretend friend, they want to set you up in a legal way so that you take the fall for something, so that then they can swoop in and take something from you. And they think that because they know a couple people in the court systems, because they know a couple lawyers, because they know a couple crooked judges, they think that they can just do this shit to anybody. You're not just anybody. That's what these people are finding out and realizing. The reason that they're getting a pushback, the reason that they're about to be taken to court and sued, the reason that these people are about to be thrown underneath the jail is because you are not a nobody. You are somebody to people, to other people, to a community, to the world. You are somebody. You are somebody so important that having you out on the streets would be a disgrace to this planet. Four of Wands. Because you're over here completing projects. This is what I'm like. You're not over here scum sucking the earth to try to get resources. You're over here completing projects, working hard, finishing projects and all of that. Which means that, yes, obviously money is going to come in from your hard work. This envious bitch of a person, I don't care who they are. Like, I literally don't care who they are to you or who they were to you. They need to stay away from you. If they want to stay safe, oh, thank you, you guys. If they want to stay safe themselves financially, they need to stay away from you and then invest in something that would actually serve them and the general public in a better way. Just cutting stable people down and stealing from them is not a good way to gain a fortune. And I was watching this video earlier and it was talking about like how to manifest like a villain. And some of the stuff they were saying I kind of agreed with, but then I could just see how some people would listen to this stuff and be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to scam. Like, I figured out manifestation. I'm going to scam. And then what happens one day when all of that cheating other people, cheating good people out of their inheritance, out of their money, what happens when you get caught? Oh, well, then not only do you get your accounts frozen and your money taken from you, but the other people who you did wrong to get justice. And then these people get put in jail. And that's what they're about to be facing with, Yeah, slip of the deep end. Exactly. That's exactly it. So look, the thing is that when somebody is truly for you, they will want to celebrate life with you. They'll want to bring assets to the table. And again, this is why I tell people, if you are broke, you have no money to your name, you're bankrupt, do not get married. Don't start a relationship that way. It should never be somebody else's fault or somebody else having to pick up the slack 100%. You know what I mean? And this is why, like, you don't talk to this person anymore, I don't think. Obviously, you knew that they were viciously betraying you with gossip and slander. Oh, well, this person's such a loser. They're drained because dealing with the aftermath of trying to take from you and being shot out of the sky, very literally, they feel drained because they put their mouth on you. This Queen of Swords in the reverse put her mouth on you, tried to use the justice system against you, tried to deceive. And I even feel like whoever she was working with, that's a cop or a judge or in the legal system, that person is like, hell no, I don't want nothing to do with this. Whatever this scam shit is you tried to bring to me, I want nothing to do with it. And if you were around this person's children, they definitely were spreading things telling these children to lie on you and say that you did something to them. You never did anything to this person's children. They need to grow the fuck up. King of Cups, because they are getting wise advice from a counselor saying, do not take the stand against the collective and do like this lawyer, this wise person, this King of Cups knows that this Queen of Swords is a bitter bitch. Like, seriously, he knows that. He's like, do not take the stand and lie against the collective. It will get you locked up in prison because the police already have the evidence showing that you are not guilty for something. They already have everything that they need. Like, people that think that they can outwit the police are stupid, because it's not just the police, it's feds, CIA, all of this other stuff that will end up coming through for you. Two of Swords. Because again, if you're being watched, so are these people. This blockage, this is why this King of Cups is telling them, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't lie on the collective to the cops. Don't make false reports. Do not make shit up. Don't commit identity theft. Do not try to steal someone's inheritance. Don't take loans out in their name. All of this stuff that this person is guilty for, it's causing them to lose everything that they have, because they were trying to take everything that you had. Crazy. Like, I would never think of doing no shit like this to anybody. Not even my worst enemy, which I don't really have enemies. I just have people that bully me online. But besides that, like, I don't fuck with people. I don't interact with people. And so that's how I stay free and unencumbered, is because I don't have friends. I don't have people that I hang around with. Like, I don't have people that I go over to their house or nothing. That's how I've been able to stay free. Like, literally, because you never know who is a slithering ass snake until spirit shows you. And you're being shown that this Queen of Swords from in the reverse from the past is an envious ass snake. And their envy and their greed shows so bad. Like, it shows so bad. This King of Cups is like, don't. You're going to block yourself. Like, you'll block yourself from getting any assistance whatsoever. King of Pentacles in the reverse. This Queen of Swords is blocked from making any other like contracts against you. If this was some type of spiritual contract she was making with the King of Pentacles, now this King of Pentacles is in the reverse, and that's what God was doing on your behalf. Because at one point, I think a few readings ago, the King of Pentacles was in the upright, and it was still this same person showing up, trying to sell their soul or sell yours and make a contract, like you signed your name on the dotted line. These people cannot coerce you into signing your soul away. You're not going to, okay? They need to just get past that fact that you will stand up for yourself. This person that's a King of Pentacles in the reverse, they want what they want, and they can't have that. They need to go to this Queen of Swords and extract whatever it is that they want. This soulless ass bitch. They need a soul to give to the devil. I can guarantee it. That signifies a man over 40, stubborn, hurts other feelings without thinking, puts his own needs first, changes jobs frequently, not successful, erratic mood swings, causes conflict in relationships, blames others for his own failures, overreacts to the slightest provocation, repressed anger. That's the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This person is pissed off because you won't sign the dotted line with your blood and sign your life away, like this Queen of Swords has. Even though this Queen of Swords got nothing for it, she's in spiritual court right now because she tried to commit an illegal crime by either impersonating you, trying to sign your life away, trying to sacrifice you, trying to sell you, sex traffic you, whatever this is that she was doing. She better be very concerned about what's about to happen to her. I'm serious. This is why you just have to be very hyper aware of your surroundings and know that God has got you. But that this situation, these people did not want you to figure out what they were doing, because once you know about it, you can fight back. And you could get a restraining order. This Queen of Swords in the reverse is not going to stop slandering you. If she decides to not stop defaming your character, I would take her to court and I would sue. I don't care if she's broke. I don't care if she's bankrupt. What the fuck does that matter? She can pay with her blood, she can pay with her time, she can pay with her energy, or she can pay with her fucking money. I would prefer money, point blank, period. That seems to me like it's the less violent answer. But, you know, she can pay with her own soul, but she doesn't have a soul. She already sold that. This person is legit sitting around waiting for something to be taken from you and given to her and her children, and that will never happen. King of Wands. And she promised some losing ass man, she promised somebody something that she can't uphold her end of the bargain. This overly sexual person. Yeah, high priestess, because you see through these people. You're not going to give up on yourself. You're not giving up what you intuitively pick up on. Yes, you would never sign your name in blood. Exactly. Never. And this is why God is protecting you, like legit protecting you. And you didn't even have to do anything about this, because God already knows the contents of your heart and your spirit, and knows that you would never, ever sell yourself to Satan or whatever religion or whatever else that worships Satan. You would never, ever do that. And so that's why these people, they thought that you were going to be touchable, because they thought that they thought that this Queen of Swords was you signing your name. And it wasn't. It was this bitch's energy. Like, energy, this is like how people don't think they can get caught up, but all you have to do is, when somebody is attacking you, follow that energy. Where does it lead you? If it leads you back to a person, then you know where it's coming from. If it leads you back to somebody you don't know who they are, you still know where it's coming from. This is why angels don't have to do very much to investigate and find out who did what, because there are angels that only exist of eyeballs. That's the entirety of their body. All they do is watch humanity all day and all night. Like, literally, anybody that thinks that they're not being seen when they're doing stuff in the dark is stupid. Okay. We are always being monitored and watched. Like, straight up. We literally are. Do you know why? Because it's of great importance to our higher selves, to God, to have us being watched. Okay. And to God, you know, when stuff like this is going on, of course, like God is a timeless energy that already knows everything that's happening and everything that these people are going to do. This is why you don't fight your own battles. You allow God to do it for you, because God knows where to hit these people, how to hit them, when to hit them, and, you know, how to hit them to make it actually hurt, so that these people make a change. Because again, stealing from you or trying to sell your soul to get fame and riches is never going to work out for these people. They're in spiritual court. And what is this Queen of Swords going to say? Oh, I did it because I wanted to look good for this King of Wands. Ew. How much of a pick-me do you have to be? If this person's in their fucking 30s, they're in their 30s still acting like a pick-me. Pick me, pick me. Ew, get the F on with that. That's so disgusting and unattractive. The hell? Nobody wants to pick this person because their attitude is pick me, pick me, pick me. And then they think that they're like, this person could have very well bossed up off of your energy. And now everything that they bossed up on by stealing from you or attempting to sign your name on the dotted line, it's all being taken from them. This is including custody of their children or whatever they, you know, I really feel like this Queen of Swords in the reverse trained her children to be thieves. Queen of Wands. Interesting. Witch. So yeah, the Queen of Swords in the reverse definitely does not want the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands together. I also get that these people were trying to divide up your soul into different pieces so that each one could have one. In what world? Your energy, if people try to take your energy, it will kill them. They don't understand that your energy doesn't come from this planet. It doesn't even come from this universe. Literally, if they try to divide your energy up and devour it, it will kill them. They will take themselves out. And then your energy will still be replaced and replenished because God is so good. These people want you completely defenseless and unaware and blinded. Like, you know, it's giving Delilah and Samson energy. Like people that come and they're like, how do you do what you're doing? Blah, blah, blah. You don't have to tell people how it is you do what you do. It's none of their business. And when God shows me things, I don't tell people about it. That's why, you know, a lot of the things, like every high priestess that's a high priestess, they know so much more than what they say and what they tell. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. But yeah, these people are very pathetic and ratchet, for sure. They thought that this was going to be an easy grab. They also underestimated, like, they did not think that you were valued or loved by God or anything. Like, this person's like, oh, they're like an orphan. Nobody loves them. Nobody likes them. Their parents don't care for them. Who said that? Like, seriously. First of all, that's not even true, but who said that shit? I legit think that these people were trying to get your family to cut you off and to cut your inheritance out just because these people didn't want you to have it. I legit think that they were doing spell work like that. And now look what's happening to them. Now these people owe a King of Pentacles in the reverse and they're blocked. This is why this lawyer is like, do not take the stand. Do not lie on the collective. Do not take the stand. You will look like a dumbass. And not only that, you can be actually put in prison for lying on people. And if the collective ever finds out and gets an ear of what you've been saying on them, what you've been trying to do in the courts and the legal system, they will sue you and everybody else in the justice system. So just let it be. Also, this King of Cups said, well, did the collective work for what they have? And this person's like, no, they got it as an inheritance. No, I'm sorry, but the King of Cups is like, from what I can see, it looks like they work for what they have. Because like I was saying, you could have an inheritance that you don't know about that you have not even touched yet. Like, how is that using your inheritance? If this is an inheritance that comes from God, which I do get that is true, then you're definitely using that to make money. This King of Cups is like, it looks to me like they're doing the hours, they're doing the work, they're creating all this content, they're pushing this storyline, this book, this art piece, this whatever, like they're the one that's doing the work. That's what can be shown through evidence called, documentation and taxes and shit. It looks like this person is doing the work. Like, this King of Cups is like, what do you want me to do? You want me to just sue them and take their livelihood from them without having a legitimate reason? And these people are like, yeah, we have the money. We can definitely do whatever we want to that person. This King of Cups knows better. They know that yes, money can get you like pretty far. It can get you in the door, but it does not seal the deal. Okay. For example, like, if this person's like, well, we have, like what the Kardashians have done to people before, when they find a product or whatever that they like that somebody creates, they go, I'm going to take this, I'm going to just steal this, I'm going to mass produce it, and then I'm going to sue you. And because I know you don't have enough money to fight my lawyers, I'm going to put you in court, I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to take everything that you have. And some people will be like, okay, just take it, use whatever it is. I know this because I like watch things about the Kardashians every once in a while, but like, that's one tactic that they've used on people to steal their shit so that they don't have to pay them for what they're worth, right? And literally, like, this King of Cups has lived enough of life to know, and has done enough court cases to know, that some things don't always work out the way you think that they're going to work out. And so these people could have had some type of illegal, immoral plan put into action against you, but this King of Cups knows that when it comes to you, that there is a level of protection and safety that is provided to you. And these people could be literally not the same skin color as you. They could be thinking, oh, they're a melanated woman. Nobody's going to care about them. Nobody's going to miss them. Nobody's going to stand up. The police will not stand up and fight for them. This is what those people were thinking. Or they could be like vice versa. It could be either way. You know what I mean? How people are mentally retarded when it comes to racism. But yeah, like, they could literally be thinking, oh, well, that person doesn't have anybody, like their parents are dead, or they're adopted, or whatever your situation is that these people think that they know about you. They're trying to use that as means for you not being protected or taken care of. And that makes you an easy target. How does somebody who's a strong self-proclaimed psychic intuitive, how is a high priestess weak? You're over here completing projects on your own. drawing in actual people who are meant for you. You know, you're like defending your own projects by you being yourself. With you being yourself, there's nothing that these people can do. You've already made a big enough splash in the human race when it comes to knowing people and meeting people, that if you went missing or if something ever happened to you, there would be an entire TV series made about it. Like finding so and so. You know what I mean? Like literally. These people think that you can just be discarded because maybe your skin color is different. Maybe they feel like you don't have a support system. These people, and this is why this King of Cups knows that some court cases, because this is a corrupt lawyer, this King of Cups, they know that some court cases just will never, ever go through. And it's not due to the people that want to, because these people refinanced against their own home to take you to court. This King of Cups knows that there are some people on this planet protected by God and protected by the divine. This person knows this because they're into scamming as well. They've scammed probably a lot of innocent people out of their inheritance. They know that. It's so funny how, like, with the moment that somebody sees you successful, they want a chunk of flesh from you. But when they were succeeding, when these people were getting away with their wickedness, you didn't ask for anything from them. So yeah, this King of Cups knows that there are some people that cannot be touched and that should not be messed with. And that, you know, for the balance of the human race to continue to stay somewhat balanced, that there needs to be people in a certain position. And these people, they have not shown God anything other than greed, greed. That's it. Greed, 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 greed. These people are disgusting. Yeah, they're going to lose that house. Whatever they refinanced against, they're losing it. They're not going to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. They'll be broken in court, having to answer for themselves. And while this is all happening, the courts are not even going to bring a problem to you because they know that you are not the problem. They know that you are not involved in whatever this is. Four of Pentacles. These people are watching the gifts that God gave you, acting like they know you. These people do not know you like they think they do. You maybe told them a little bit about yourself, but they don't actually know you. If they did, if these people did know you, they would go straight for your jugular. I'm serious. If they actually, like, these people are stupid, like I said. Also, I get that these people are trying to argue and fight over dominating your spiritual gifts and abilities, the ones that God gave you and didn't give to them. And they're over here trying to dominate you and fight you for that. And you're not even fighting them back. You're like, we're not even aware of this situation. Like, who is dumb enough to fight over someone else's spiritual gifts? Like, you've got to be joking. These people think that they deserve to have it. I don't care if they make you a blood sacrifice. That'll never happen, first of all. Secondly, even if they try to make you a blood sacrifice, they're not going to inherit these gifts. God only gives them to the people who deserve them. Point blank, period. And if these people don't have them, then that goes to say that they do not deserve them. They would never do the right thing with them anyways. And you're so heavily protected by the angelic realm. Archangel Michael is going to make sure that there are people put in place to protect you. And if the world decides to discredit you and disvalue you, Archangel Michael is going to show the world that they made a very big mistake. And that if justice is not served on your behalf, then Archangel Michael will do it for everyone else. Like, this is why your gifts and abilities are divinely protected. And anybody that tries to touch that, or even tries to pray against it, or tries to use the Bible or any other book written by a dead person that may or may not knew God when they wrote it, Archangel Michael doesn't care about that shit. Archangel Michael does not care about these false gods of these religions that these people say that they work with. Archangel Michael doesn't care about witchcraft. You are the assignment. Why would Archangel Michael be over here worried? Like, these people think that Archangel Michael is you can negotiate with him. You cannot negotiate with Archangel Michael. When he's been put on an assignment, that is his assignment. You are his assignment. You are his assignment to protect. Point blank, period. What are these people going to argue with the archangels and say, no, 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 I deserve it? No, they don't. These people don't deserve anything. Not anything that's yours. They deserve whatever God has for them, which is probably a bunch of negative karma. The Fool. Exactly. They're about to find out who protects you. These people were so stupid. And this King of Cups knows that these people are very stupid, that they don't have it together mentally. They don't have it together emotionally, and that they're operating from greed and from being broke. I don't care how many broke people and broken people and greedy people, people who are under the possession of mammon. I don't care how many of these people gang up together. I really don't care. It's never going to ever equal one righteous person. The 500 billion unrighteous idiots do not equal one righteous person. It just doesn't. And these people thought they could fool the justice system, fool this lawyer. I bet this lawyer is going to abandon this case and make this person fight this court case by themselves. There's nobody to defend them in spiritual court. What are these people going to say? Oh, well, I felt, yeah, that's their opinion. But is that the opinion of God? Obviously not, if you're still protected. If your intellectual projects are protected, then God values you. And you need to know how much you are loved, how much I love you, how much God loves you, and how much you actually matter. Okay? You need to know that. Know your worth in this day and age. Because these people, they think that they know their worth, and no, they don't. No, they don't. Now, if they were to start doing something that would be in alignment with receiving something positive, maybe their life would go different. But they only operate from the mindset of, I don't have this, so I have to steal. So I have to commit crime. So I have to commit identity theft. Like, seriously, this person is going to put their hand on the book and swear that you were at a place at a certain time doing something when it was them. And they're going to get freaking a heart attack or something from that. Like, don't do shit like that. Don't go in a court of law and lie on people. Do not swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth to God help you. You know what I mean? Don't swear on God like that and lie. Like, that's a setup to be ritualistically attacked on a regular by the divine realm. Because, like, literally, that's not okay. There was this, oh my God, there was this movie that I watched. I can't remember the name of it, but it had, oh my gosh, this one actor that is such a good actor. I don't know if his name will come to my mind. Why do I want to say his name was Kevin? His name's not Kevin. Anyways, it has this actor in it. And in this storyline, like, this person is telling the actor that's like a really good actor, if you don't bear false witness against this other person, then we're going to say that it was you, take you. And this is like a movie that was based back in the day. Let's say Kevin Spacey, but it's not Kevin Spacey. Who was it? Anyways, this guy was like, no, I'm not bearing false witness against that innocent person. And I will, if anybody asks me, I'm going to tell the truth. They dragged this person, tied them to a horse, dragged them across the country to this other law person. And then they questioned the guy, and the guy was like, yeah, these people told me that they were going to, grape my wife, do all of this horrific shit to me if I didn't bear false witness against this other person. And it was like his obviously religious belief that he was like, I'm not going to bear false witness against this other person. And if I remember the name of the actor, hold on. I think I might be able to find out what his name is. Kevin Costner. His name was Kevin. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out what movie it was called. Wow, he has a lot of movies. Okay, let me rephrase it. Okay, it's called Open Range. That's what it's called. Yes. Okay. Kevin Costner directs and stars as Charlie Waite, who refuses to be bullied, leading to a showdown against a corrupt cattle baron and his henchmen. Anyways, you guys, that is a really good movie, you guys. Such a good movie. Open Range. It's 2003. Anyways, so like I just remember that him saying no, like no, like and where any other person most likely would have been like, okay, yeah, you're gonna beat me, you're gonna whip me, you're gonna drag me behind a horse, I'll say whatever you want me to say, sir. He was like, no. Being bullied. Look, this is what came out. The Seven of Pentacles. This is like somebody sitting around waiting for your blessings to come to them. These people thought that things were going to turn out completely differently because they thought that this sacrifice was going to go through, that you were going to be sacrificed because they, you know, oh, I signed their name on the dotted line. Well, yeah, you signed. It doesn't matter what you signed. It was their energy. Like I said, angels don't have to do much investigation when they can follow the energy back to the person that it came from. And then the Ace of Cups, even if it comes from another entity or deity or whatever. Look, you are so beloved by God. This is why this is never going to happen. These people tried to sacrifice you and throw you to the wolves, throw you to the police, get you locked up, just like what they were trying to do to Kevin Costner in that movie. Like straight up, they were like, we're going to do all this horrible shit to you if you don't say that you saw this person doing this at this time, right? And he was like, no, I'm not going to fucking say that. Like do whatever you need to do. And then they did, but he ended up getting his lick back at the end. So it's like, you know, the things that people will do for money are disgusting. This police energy, these people, they sacrifice themselves to the police by trying to do this to you. Even the police know that you are loved. Even if they just know that you're loved by a higher power, they can sense it. They can sense that there is a line that's drawn in the sand, that there is a boundary. And if they overstep that boundary, they're going to be kicked in the face. They know that. Literally. Justice. You guys are here to get your justice. Justice means you get what's rightfully yours, and you get to stay in a position of power, and you get to lead others. Yeah, because God loves you. This is why these people are not successful. And they completely have mistaken like the situation to be that God doesn't love you. And that's not true. God completely loves you. Your higher self loves you. The divine realm loves you. Archangel Michael loves you. All of the archangels love you. They appreciate the hard work that you're doing. They're very appreciative of the positive influence and impact that you have on the humanity. And they know that you're not perfect, but you're working towards becoming more of your higher self, a better version of yourself. And so these people, they're not even doing anything to become better. Like they don't think in that type of way. And this is why it's a shame that these people ever had children. Because this was like a collaboration of a group of people trying to set one person up. And this is because you have a happy, successful love life. And you're possibly drawing in somebody who's an equal partner, who also has assets, who also has an inheritance, who has something that's worthwhile. You have a powerful person protecting you somewhere. And God puts people, God, just like there's destiny blockers, there are destiny helpers as well. 8 of Wands. These people are at a crossroads. They don't know what direction to go in because they don't know how this is going to turn out. Chosen and favored. Yeah. Too blessed to be stressed. Look, these people are all at a crossroads. Even the courts is like, well, what do we do to resolve the events that have already taken place? Since they know that, like, I don't know why it came out like that with that weird accent, but like maybe that's how this judge talks. But like literally, he's just like given, this is what I feel the judge is dealing with. He's just given all of this, like he knows these people personally, but he's given all of this like like a whole bunch of information. Let's just say that. All of these papers, all of these filings and all this stuff. And he's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, there's no evidence of anything, of any wrongdoing here. There's no evidence of any type of crime being committed. Like, there's just nothing here. Like, what do you expect me to do with absolutely nothing? Other than, you know, that like these people know that this person has something and they want it. Other than that, what do you want me to do? This is what this judge is saying. This judge is also seeing things from your perspective. You have a very strong case. And when it comes to a defamation lawsuit, when it comes to an inheritance, you have a very, very strong case. So I feel like this judge is like, yeah, I'm not going to sign my career and life away just so that you greedy people can try to get over on someone. And I'm definitely not going to sign a warrant to go abduct somebody from their home because I don't want to get sued. I don't want our organization called the courts, the justice system, to be sued. And this is the type of person that you do not F with. Like this, even the judge knows that. That you are the type of person that you cannot sacrifice, that there's nothing that can be done, and you just don't F with people like that. Because it'll just be like, it's one spark. It's one spark that is going to ignite a flame of rebellion and revolution. Because I'm serious, like it would be one spark. Like these people are trying to start a fire on you with one spark, and they don't even realize that one spark would lead to another, which would lead to another. And then all of a sudden there's a whole group of people. All of a sudden now there's riots, and there's people who are protesting and, fight free so-and-so, like that type of thing. And if you do have money and an inheritance, these people are trying to get you put in a conservatorship so that you cannot manage your own money, so that they have to be the ones. And that's another thing that I am disgusted with the Kardashians for doing to Britney Spears, because they were definitely 100% a part of putting Britney Spears in a conservatorship and stealing over $600 million of her money, so that she could be literally abused, forced to work in unsafe conditions, and then made to seem like she was crazy. And that's what these people are trying to do to you, okay? And it's not going to happen. The judge is like, I can't put this person in a conservatorship. There's nothing here in the evidence whatsoever. And this is why I feel like Britney Spears' recent DUI was a setup. So is Justin Timberlake's. When people gain money, the people that are their handlers want to see these people put in conservatorship so that they can have access to their money and that they can control that person. You know what they did to Britney Spears? They locked her up in a mental institution, dosed her up with lithium to where she didn't even know the fuck she was, giving her, and that is a very dangerous drug that destroys the liver. I'm serious. Like, I feel like everybody involved in that should have been sued completely. Taken to court and sued. And if I was her, I would have sued my own fucking father for doing that shit, for whoever was involved in it. Lou Taylor involved. I would have sued the fucking pants off that bitch. I don't care how much money she has. I would have never, ever fucking stopped, like, taking her to court over that, like, straight up. But Brittany just wants to live a free life. And how I know that her DUI was a setup is because literally somebody called it in. Oh, somebody's driving erratic, da 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 da. This is their license plate. This is where they're at. Okay, that's called a setup. And that's why she needs to remove everybody that she has around her, because everyone she has in her life is a fucking snake. And they only exist to do this type of things, put people in conservatorships, control and dominate their money, take their finances, say, I know what's best for you and you don't. Like, how are you going to tell somebody that you know what's best for them and they don't know what's best for themselves? That's insane. 3 of Cups. Yeah, all because you're over here being popular, having abundance, gaining a harvest. These people are like waiting for you. Like, this is how they look at you. They're waiting for you to ripen like a fruit so that then they can come break into your garden and rip your fruit off of your tree. Okay, like, that's literally what they think they're going to do. They're not anticipating having to get past electric fences, having to climb over barbed wire fences, having to get past guard dogs, and having all of these layers that God has put into protection when it comes to protecting you. These people have not, and like, they're going to show up with some basic bullshit, not able to, mission impossible nothing, and they're going to not get past not one of your protections. I'm seriously. Yes, magically TMZ is always there. Exactly. I think it's ironic. But it's also like people, the courts, if they cared about what justice was, they would start doing the right thing. There are some people that are so good people that people think that they can just walk on them because they're good people, but I disagree. You're going to have a very hard time getting over on somebody who's not done anything. Even the people who, they say, oh, the only reason Britney Spears was ever deemed crazy was because she had people who were trying to put her in a conservatorship the entire time. Then the industry planted Kevin Federline, and fuck that motherfucker. Okay, he's a piece of shit, a literal walking piece of shit, because he's a handler. The industry planted him in her life to control her, and then he tried to destroy her after she gave him 2 children. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And then wanted all of her money. Greedy fucking pigs. This is what these people don't understand about greed. Greed is something that will destroy everyone that engages in it. And these people are so greedy. They don't need the finer things in life. These people, what they need is a reality check. What they need is what they're trying to see. These people just don't have anything. Like why Lou Taylor wasn't happy with the money she made off of Britney and everybody else that she, was like Justin Bieber ex-nayed the bitch as well, because she is crazy and sets things up. She should properly be investigated. I'm serious. She really should be. But yeah, I feel like they're trying to do the same thing to Justin Timberlake as they tried to do to Britney. They're going to do it to every celebrity. They want to do it to Kanye. They want to do it to everybody. Okay. And this is why I feel like, you just have to be very careful who you engage with. Don't tell people your business. Confirmation, that would never happen. You have 3 grown daughters. Exactly. These people are really simple-minded. Yeah, exactly. Knight of Wands. And these people are saying that you're unfit for whatever reason. They don't know anything about you. There's no evidence of that. The only reason they ever got anything on Britney Spears is because she was being relentlessly stalked, pursued, and bullied by the paparazzi and by other people who are psychos, literally psychotic people. They could be trying to do the same shit to Rihanna. I would not be surprised. And by the way, the person that pew-pewed at Rihanna, this is so weird, you guys. I have had other clients come on my platform and talk and say that Rihanna is like worshiping the devil, works for the devil, whatever. Okay. Me personally, I don't see it that way. I see that it's actually Jay-Z who's doing all of the demonic witchcraft, but he was the one that produced her music or whatever. put her on the map. So it's like he does the rituals. So people are thinking that it's her that's like doing all this devil shit. And it's not actually her. That's what I got. In fact, that's what the other psychic got as well. We're like, yeah, because I was like, why in the hell would other people have come on my platform and been like, yeah, I'm going to end Rihanna, just saying really crazy, weird shit. And I'm just like, okay, like, why are you thinking like that? And then the fact that this other person was, there's obviously something spiritually there to pick up on. But, you know, like I said, it's a deception. These people are going to get what's coming to them. And that's the price of fame. Like, could you imagine? I would never want to be famous. Fuck that. No way. No way, dude. Have people following me around, taking pictures of me randomly, making fun of me, harassing me, like, no. And then trying to do all this extra stuff. Absolutely not. These people have made the mistake of thinking that they're safe. Nine of Swords, and they're not. These people are not safe. The thing is like, have you ever heard of like ancient people, like the Babylonians, for example, talking about being punished with a plague, being punished with pestilence, being punished with this, that? Okay. These people are about to unleash something upon themselves that won't be able to be stopped once it started. And this is what I'm saying. They better just watch themselves, because there are deities and things like that that can, you know, and will punish people in a severe way. And they're heavy hitters. Do they override the Most High God? No, but the Most High God also is not going to stop some of these things from happening to these people, because, like, point blank period, they're causing grief and suffering for others. That they want to make money off of other people suffering, or other people being imprisoned or locked up or put in a mental institution or whatever. You know, if you go to the doctor, if you take your medicine, if you do everything that your doctor has asked you to do, what are these people going to do? Like, they can't do anything. They can't prove that you're unfit to have your own money, unfit to raise children, unfit for this, when these people are the ones that are unfit parents. They're literally should not have and never had any children at all. Okay, let's get an outcome for the situation. I mean, I get that the outcome is that these people are going to be grieving, because you're not going to have sex with them. You're not going to let them into your house. You're not going to let them into your heart. You're not going to let these people anywhere near you. You're smarter than that. Magician. And you will defend yourself with magic. Like, that doesn't mean that you're like, oh, bippity boppity booping, but it does mean that you can stand in your own power, and that you can literally alchemize the energy. And when people try to send you stuff, because again, they want you to be afraid. They want you to fear them and feel like you have to conform to what they say. You don't have to do anything. Just continue to protect yourself, obviously. And if you know people are trying to do magic on the justice system and magic on you, you know, pray against that. Using Psalm 91 is a very good prayer, because it hits everything from plagues to serpents to lions to, you know, and all of that, and enemies. It protects, it puts up a boundary. So when these people go to step, they don't see that invisible boundary that God has put there until it slaps them in the face. And this could literally be Mother Nature, like the wind hitting these people, ripping their houses apart. It's going to be, you know, many different tragedies that occur to them. Okay, so yeah, these people are like, oh, they do magic. There's no evidence of you doing witchcraft on anybody else. And it's okay to burn candles and pray. There is nothing that says you can't burn a candle and pray. There is nothing that says that you can't do energy work on yourself. There's nothing. This is like, especially if you live in the USA of A, okay, if you live in the United States of America, you can do whatever spiritual practice you want to do, even if that's black magic, but you don't do black magic. Because you know what goes around comes around. These people, they love to dabble in things that they have no control over. Exactly. God is love, and God is always loving. God even loves these people. But what God's not going to do is step in front of their karma. God's not going to stop universal law from taking effect, because that's what free will is. These people need to learn a lesson. They need to learn that you can't mess with people just because they're famous. And if you try to, you're going to be met with a lot of resistance, especially if that person is protected by God. And these people are acting like you didn't do any work to get where you're at, that you just, was randomly gifted something. That's completely inaccurate. This King of Cups lawyer person is like, yeah, I have all of the evidence and documents here that this person has worked for everything that they have. Whatever this inheritance you think that they have, they don't even have access to that yet, because whoever is going to give it to them is still alive. Like, this is like why these people are going to fail. They're carrying a 10 of Wands burden because they burden themselves. These people wanted to make you the end of their joke. They're going to be laughing their way to jail, prison, and hell. Like, I'm serious. These people are going to be like, oh, God, I didn't know. These people are not, they don't believe in God like that. They're just going to say, I didn't know. No, they did know. These people knew. This is why they tried it, because they knew who you were. They knew what you came here to do. This is why they tried it. They tried to sign your soul over to Satan and sell your life. The ancient Canaanites were invested. The Canaanites were the people that were giving their sons and daughters to Baal and Moloch, putting their children through the fire. That's what they were known for. That was their practice. But they were also known for, like, if they had a family member that died, they would take that. They were a part of this process. I don't know what to call it, but it's like soul swapping, where they would take that person's soul and put it in a slave's body and then treat that slave like it was that person. And it's an ancient, like, there's probably the Epstein files stuff in there about this, where there's technologies to consciousness swapper to send somebody's consciousness to someone else's mind or whatever. But like, the ancient Canaanites were doing it in just a different way. And that's part of what their practices were. They were very much into sacrifice, putting their children through the fire and all of that. These people are burdened, and they're going to be in the 5 of Pentacles because, again, they refinanced against a home to take a 10 of Pentacles, a property, an inheritance, influence, and importance from you. They did not want you being able to have a piece of real estate or have something stable. So they invested all of their time and energy, inheritance or gift of money, trying to take something from you. They thought that you just got gifted something. You haven't even been gifted it yet. That's hilarious to me. This is how stupid these people are. Okay, what is the ending message with this situation? What do we need to look for? What do we need to look out for moving forward? These people are going to be begging spiritual institutions to save them. And who is going to help these people out? Who was there to help you out? You had literally Archangel Michael and God. That's who your help is, literally. You probably have some family members too, but you have mostly God and the Holy Spirit. Like, that's who helps you. This is why you are such a success. This is why these people think you magically, all of a sudden, bippity boppity booped yourself into a position of power to where you can have success and fame. That is not how this occurred. They're forgetting, like, the 1,000 hours or more than 1,000 hours that you put into work on this project. They're not even looking at any of the evidence that this King of Cups has that you are rightfully the owner of said property or gift. They just want everybody to listen to what they have to say and to look past the clear facts and evidence and truths that are clear, Also, you could be dealing with somebody that is pissed off because you're getting your wishes fulfilled. Your wish fulfillment means having a home, having a stable place to live, having a contract with God, a contract with the universe, a 2 of Cups partnership. And like I said, be aware of people being just like Kevin Federline, piece of garbage, was placed in Brittany's life literally as a handler. He did to her what he was going to do to her no matter what, and they probably did use love magic on her to get her to fall for his fugly ass. I'm serious. Somebody wants to separate you from your support team, and they want to send somebody in that's like a bot or like literally an NPC. somebody that is like taken over and is a placeholder. They want to send somebody in, just like how Kevin Federline was sent into Britney's life. That's what they want to do. This is why these people have tried so hard to keep you single, because they know if you come into union with this divine twin flame lover contract person, that this person's not going to play about you, and they have assets and protection of their own, and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that you can continue to exist freely. While these people are all pissed off because they can't pimp you out, they can't slut you out to the world, they can't take a percentage of your pay. The government already gets to take taxes. What the fuck else do they want? What do these people actually want from you? You've already, like, the work that you do is helping people. These people are stuck in illusions. They can't balance their dark side. And like I said, greed is a very much an impairment. It weakens people. Them being greedy that's their fault. That's what's going to cause them to fail. These people owe the devil a sacrifice, and you're not it. Two of Pentacles. These people are afraid that you're going to get a message that you can basically go get this house, go get this property, that your work is changing the world. They're afraid that you're going to receive messages through whatever you do as a job, you know, that's going to free you of these people. You've been free of these people. They just don't realize that yet, because they're not unintelligent. They're emotionally idiotic. And these people do not care about no one else. They don't care about anyone. They don't even care about the devil. This is why the devil will fuck them over. These people don't care about anybody, not even themselves like that. Queen of Pentacles, you're meant to be somebody who is in a position of power that has finances. You're meant to have that. You're meant to be sympathetic to political and social issues. Okay, you're meant to be in a position of power. Nobody is going to take that from you. If anybody wants to, you know, argue with that, they're going to have to sing it to the choir, baby. They better go find somebody that wants to listen to it, because there is no judge that's in their right mind or in their wrong mind that would ever sign off on imprisoning you, putting you in a mental institution, or taking something from you, because these people are greedy as fuck. Like I said, greedy. That's what the devil is, greed. This is their problem. They're disgusting. They're greedy. That's on them. Total delusions. Yeah, the tower. These people are in the tower because they messed around with the devil. What were they thinking, though? Okay, good. I'm glad that they're in the tower. They can go straight to hell. From being in the tower, they can go right to hell. I don't care what happens to them. Yeah, you have isolated yourself from people, and this is what's kept you safe. Had you engaged with any of these bots or these drones, these spies, these weirdos that they wanted to send into your life, then maybe you would have been pulled into losing your inheritance, but you're not going to engage with a witch or a warlock that's going to poison you and unalive. Like, I would not put it past these people to send someone in to literally unalive you, to poison you, and then try to get their hands on your inheritance. If you know that you have an inheritance coming to you, make extra stipulations that if you get married, it does not go into the hands of your wife or your husband. Even if something happens to you, it never goes into the hands of that other person. Like, I would literally put that in a statement that if anything ever happens to me, this money goes to a charity. It does not ever go into the hands of the person that I am married to or that is with me. Because, yeah, my ex would threaten me like, oh, I'm going to kill you and take your house from you and all this shit. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, switch up the names on all of the documents and everything like that. Change it, put it in somebody else's name. And then when he went to go try to do shit, he tried to look up things on me and couldn't find anything because I had transferred it all. So yeah, you isolating saved your life. Sometimes you guys think like, oh, I'm too paranoid. I acted too harshly. No, you isolating has saved your life. These people want to imprison you. They know that you are worth something more than gold, and they just can't figure out how to squeeze blood out of a turnip. They just can't figure that out. These people need to be more concerned about the fact that they continue to have children and cannot provide for these kids. And again, teaching people to thieve is not a real, that's not a real job. If you have to gain success by hurting another person or causing them to suffer, then that success will be very fleeting, as it wasn't earned honestly. And yes, there's a lot of evil people that get away with shit that have money. But again, just remember, like, they're only getting away with it for the time being. These people will be prosecuted and persecuted, and the devil will be a part of their downfall because they were too greedy and wanting to get their hands on your wheel of fortune. This destiny is yours. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Nobody else can spin this wheel for you. And as long as you stay to yourself and don't give up on yourself and don't let people know what you have, then they can't take it from you. And this world needs you. This world does not need these people or their children. They're completely unnecessary. All right, let's get a conclusion. I guess the conclusion is the Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Cups. These people have to walk away. This is the end of their journey. Dissatisfied, disappointment, dissatisfaction, tired of current situation. They have a bad attitude about your success. Tell them to go suck on a fucking, what are those, binky? Do you need a binky? Does baby need a binky? That's what I would say to these people. Do you need a baba? Baby need a binky? Go suck on a binky, bitch. Literally, that's literally what I would say to these childish ass people. Yeah, it says take action, leave their current relationship or job, indicates travel or relocation, look elsewhere for happiness, make dramatic changes in their life, carry through with plans. Whatever their plans were for you, they need to think twice and not try to carry through on that, because it's not going to happen. So I'm really proud of you guys. Know that all of these people that wanted to conspire together, even including the police, like, these people don't even understand the fact that they're trying to get the police involved in some illegal ass shit. Illegal stuff that is called sacrificing another person. And what's going to happen when all of these people face consequences? Everybody that knew about the scam, everybody that was involved in it, anybody that wanted a piece of you, what's going to happen to them? Does anybody know? Well, I know. These people are going to be devoured by the same energy that they tried to sell your soul to without your permission, because these people think that they can impersonate you and that God is stupid. God is not stupid. These people are in spiritual court, and it'll eventually end up in physical court that they'll have to go to, because again, committing illegal crimes against people, why do people think that they can just do whatever they want without any consequences? And this person, you ever find out who this Queen of Swords is in the reverse, gossiping and slandering you and doing all of this nonsense, saying that you're an unfit parent, that you shouldn't have your children. This person should have never had children. Like, it's a literal shame that they've ruined these kids. Remember, they're not stable. These people are the opposite of being stable. The 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. So as far as being able to do anything to you, yeah, they're barking up the wrong tree. Whatever, and this is what I think that happened. Maybe these people thought that they were able to do something to you. That's what gave them the idea to do more. But now they're finding out that whatever they thought they got away with, they're not actually getting away with it. They have to pay reparations for that. So if you ever find out who these people are, take them to court and sue them. I don't care if they're bankrupt and have no money. They can go to prison, you know, and get they dumbass out of communities where they, you know, can't destroy others. I would definitely persecute these people to the fullest extent of the law. All right, you guys, remember, if any of you want to learn to read cards for yourself and others, Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, I have the link to this book in the description box below. I also have the link to the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which I wrote the book on. If you're interested in this book, go back to the beginning of this reading where I read from it and I go into depth about it. And then those of you that are interested in your spiritual journey, the Truth of God Advanced Intuitive Living Workbook is going to be the book for you. It's definitely going to help you guys. Okay, go back to the beginning. If you're interested in these books, the links are in the description box below, but go back to the beginning of this reading where I go into depth about it. Okay, so you can get a better feel and everything like that. But I'm so proud of you guys. You're doing so good. Please like the video, share this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. All of that stuff really helps the platform. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful evening, you guys. God bless you. And remember, I do have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I would watch all of the readings on both platforms. Just go through the titles, and whichever reading that you feel drawn to, I would click on that one next. But I love you guys so much, okay? Kisses. Peace be with you. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.